Hey everyone, it's INSday here, and welcome back to Skate 1. So yeah, I've, played through all 3 games of the main series now, and I wanted to return to Skate 1, to see how it goes, because, since I kind of just dove in, and obviously it was the first part of playing through those, it was a little rough, a little sketchy, but, so this will probably be an hour or two of just, I'm gonna go to Free Skate, and I'm, gonna go through the city, go through the original San Vanelona. So, hey y'all, hey Boyle QC and Andrew Jacobs. So I'm thinking, I'm just looking at these places to see where these, spawns are. Like, for example, there's like only one spawn for, the res, and I don't think anything for Old Town, right? So if I want to, go to somewhere there, I want to see what I have to ride through in the game world or not. But we're going to start at the community center, where it all began. I am going to leave traffic and pedestrians on. I don't want it to be completely empty world, but I am going to turn security off. So yeah, again, I just kind of want to see how it feels. Playing Skate 1, because, like, it had that same super solid foundation, but, how do I fare now that I've played through kind of more of the city and such? And so we've got me and Civic, with that Adidas shirt. I do really like that. So, it's mainly just going to be kind of, playing around, seeing what I can get into. And kind of coming back, and if you understand, like, seeing, sort of how things feel. Maybe there's something where I didn't realize that, something that really changed from 1 to 2 to 3. Like, I remember when I started 2, playing Skate 2, it was like, oh, late flips are a lot easier. Definitely a lot faster. And also, again, like, you can't even get off your board in this one, and the trick pool is a lot smaller, because, this was just the start, it was just the foundation, but let's kind of just glance at that really quick. Oh, right. Yeah, they have this double menu thing. So yeah, flips and grinds, have basically been the same, aside from, again, adding in, like, grab grinds and dark slides and such, but, like, the grabs, there's no 1 foot grabs, there's no, like, air walk, tail walk, and whatever. So I'm actually, gonna want to play around with these. Oh. Yeah, I guess I didn't really touch, like, stale fish tricks in my original playthrough. So hey, Nolan Wolf, hey, Morbigana, who? How is it going? Oh, man. And again, first game only had this camera angle. I'm already kind of feeling like, I wish I could, get the center thing. Get the high camera. But, oh my god. So again, we'll be starting in the suburbs, starting here at the community center, and, I'm gonna want to ride through all of San Van, maybe even show, a spot or two I remember not being able to show in the playthrough, but yeah, starting at the top and going down to the bottom. It'll be interesting because, like, this had, the DLC in Skate 2 where you could replay it again, but most of the suburbs, this was the only game it was in. The top area of San Van was completely changed for Skate 2, so there'll be some parts where it's like, huh, I wish I could see more. Yeah, so let me just ride around, try and do some cool lines, try and do some things that, might benefit from me having kind of figured things out more in Skate 2 and 3. Like, especially, again, going invert and doing kind of the pumping where, like, using the triggers instead was there all along, but I only really got it down near, like, the end of 3. I do want to mention one interesting thing as well. because I did play this for a little bit earlier today. This is not, oh, literally the first gameplay that I've done in months, you know, of Skate 1. But, well, actually, so mainly that is kind of how I work. Like, when I started recording Skate 2, I was pretty much done with playing Skate 1, and it's not like I really went back and played that a lot, but you'll notice, you know, through the videos, and even through this, that I'm always, unless I'm really focusing on it, I'm still pretty slow with doing my tricks. Like, you know, just a basic ollie doesn't get you that much air, but holding it, going really fast gets you a bunch. And so, like, you'll see, unless I'm really focusing on it, if I go for like a 360 flip or something, I'll more likely just, you know, not get a whole lot of air. And that's something you know, that's on me, because I'm just kind of slow with flicking it unless I, you know, focus on it. So I'll probably, like, do a bunch of really slow things and then go like, okay, come on, I need to get at least one big air thing, and then I'll just super pop off. But yeah, I did notice that, and I mean, that was part of easy mode in Skate 3. You always get that max distance pop no matter what your speed of flicking the trick is, but, you know, yeah. Does this game have foot plants? So no, Skate 1, oh my god. Skate 1 does not have foot plants. Foot plants came with the, you know, one-footer grabs thing, and Skate 1 doesn't have one-foot grabs. So, like, if I, you know, go up and, get into the air, hold on, and just do, like, a grab, I'm hitting X and A, you know, square and cross on PlayStation, and nothing's happening. Because that, yeah, Skate 2 introduced a whole lot of the extra tricks that you probably assume was there all along. You know, like, yeah, the one-foot grabs, the finger flips. There are no finger flips in Skate 1. The grab grinds, the, there's not even a no comply, is there? No, there's no comply in Skate 1. Getting off your board, you know. Yeah, I mean, Skate 1 was a great foundation, but Skate 2 was really where, well, since they had that foundation and they really didn't need to change anything, you know, about, like, the actual physics or whatever, they were able to put in all those extra little tricks. Oh, yeah, it's pretty late over in Europe or so thanks for tuning in at the start. Maybe, hopefully, you can watch the rest later. Oh, what's up, Kappa Cow? Welcome back to Skate 1. Something I noticed, you know, really coming back is that, like, Skate 2 and 3, make it so that when you're spinning in the air, you're going to land in a, you know, main, like, 360 or 540 a lot better. Like, Skate 1, you just kind of start spinning, and it's really on you to make sure you land, you know, going straight. That probably didn't make a lot of sense, but it feels weird to come back and just be like, whoa, why am I going past that, you know, 540 or something? And that's because, like, there's definitely an element of, like, they're gonna really try and keep you, you know, landing good so you can, you know, right away, landing at a 360, 540 or whatever in 2 and 3, which is not there in 1. Alright, we checked out the community center for a bit, we got back into the half pipe. You know, where do we want to go from here? I think probably let's, again, stay in the suburbs and go back to the mansion, you know, and let's see what we can do. Yeah, so I also want to, you know, come back to the first game and sort of play it now that I've seen 2 and 3, because, you know, people talk about, like, what the first game had that the next ones didn't. Like, you know, more of kind of a music system where tracks will play as you go to, like, certain skatable areas, and the tracks had, like, a bunch of remixes, you know, like, so that kind of changed. Kind of changed based on how you were doing, and people say, like, you know, certain parts of Skate 1, what was it, have, I guess, more of a vibe, you know, like, oh, Skate 2 might have the best game world, but that Skate 1, really, you know, connects the best from top of the map down to the very bottom of the map and stuff like that. So I want to, you know, see that, feel that again. I'm noticing for some reason, like, doing like heel flips in my regular stance, you know, flipping to the right side of the control stick. Well, there I'm doing it now that I'm really focusing on it, but it feels like it's tougher to do those. Like, I'm hitting kick flips, but it's like the game thinks I'm only doing ollies when I'm just, yeah, transition skating, yeah, they really nailed down, like, going into vert and, you know, having the kind of pumping system with, you know, pumping your body, which, again, like, as I pointed out, you know, really made sense to me. It's kind of funny, again, that I can watch, like, clip after clip of someone just doing an ollie and being like, how the hell do they do that? But watching people, you know, on giant vert ramps or whatever, and they tuck in and then untuck to pretty much do the same thing as how, you know, you spin faster, like figure skating, if you get all thin, and then spin slower if you get, you know, further away from your center of gravity. Kind of doing that to just get a ton of air, and it's like, oh, okay. Alright, we're up at PJ Ladd's mansion, that, if you remember, he got from, what was it? From a guy who makes video games or something. But, yeah. Oh. Seems a lot more areas and you have a lot more hang time than next to. Huh. Because, like, definitely, like, Skate 3 gets more about, like, giant leaps and shit, like you're jumping over bridges, like literally 4 missions there, while, you know, Skate 1, I guess, you know, feels more grounded. Another thing we talked about is that, like, yeah, getting going really fast and feeling like you're on the edge of control and such, that, you know, happens in Skate 1 when bombing down a hill, you know, a normal hill, and then in, like, Skate 3, to get that, you have to go somewhere like, you know, Danny Way's Hawaiian Dream, which is set up to give you a, you know, a ramp that gives you, like, 5 seconds of air. So, alright, you know what, so, let me do some, like, grabs and such that I didn't really mess around with before, so, like, you know, the stale fish and such. That's kind of I'm probably going to have a bunch of, like, I'm going to talk about some weird small thing that is interesting to me and you might not care, but it is kind of interesting how, like, there were a lot of, not abbreviations, but, you know, calling it stale instead of stale fish, or not having slide for any of the names of grinds that are, you know, nose slide, tail slide, blunt slide. It's just nose, tail, blunt. Probably helped with readability, but it's just sort of an interesting choice, so, like... Ow. Cliff Blazinski gave him a mansion? Well, someone did. Oh yeah, so if I do a nose grab... Actually, I know there's not grab grinds in this game, but let me see what happens if I, like, land in a grind from a grab. It doesn't crash me, does it? I never actually tried when I was playing through the first time. Oh my god, this is not going to... This is not the place to try that, is it? Another thing, like, I watch people do, like, the world record scores on, you know, Skate 1 and 2, and I do not understand how people can do, like, you know, an advanced flip trick, land in a manual, immediately advanced flip trick out, because it's like, the whole point of flipping out of a manual is, well, first, to be in the manual, you have to be holding the control stick, like, halfway down or so, and so it's like, how do you then, while having started with that, input something, you know, like the advanced tricks are. Oh, thoughts on the community calling the next Skate game Skate 4 instead of Skate? Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, I understand why reboots or whatever just go with the title of the original game, but especially where it's, you know, Skate, and then it's Skate 2 and 3. It's not like Skate Reckoning or Skate Judgment or something. Skate 4 is just so much more intuitive to say. to call it. Everyone knows what you mean when you say Skate 4. If you just say Skate, that could mean one of two games, you know? But it's kind of like how, you know, everyone ended up having to, when the Xbox One came out, everyone ended up having to call the first Xbox, you know, like the original Xbox or so. You know, now you say original Xbox, because if you just say Xbox, unless it's obviously, you know, something from that time period, it could be like, oh, the new console, the Xbox One, like, you can't just say.
I totally recognize it.
Some peeps have really strong muscle memory. Yeah, I mean, it seems like type of thing you just, like, have to put a ton of hours in. Welcome, Wrath of Rock. You hope Skate 4 is anti-Caspers and such. Yeah, that's where it was like, it seemed like they were setting that up with Skate 3. Again, you could do a dart catch and just keep it in the air. It is like, okay, sure, that's cool, but, you know, why? And then it feels like, oh, so that you can, like, land in, you know, in a upside-down manual kind of thing. Oh, what's up? Oh, a human as well. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. You see, I can kind of do, like, one or so. Actually, please? Skate 1 is sometimes a little finicky with when you hit, you know, left bumper if the session marker menus get come up. It's a little odd. It's not something you notice then, but they definitely made it, like, not a problem at all in 2 and 3. You know, it's just kind of things like that. Let me try out this, like, sewer thing again, now that, again, I've gotten a little better, you know. When I recorded it for my playthrough, it was sort of like, oh, I almost had it, but I, you know. Ooh, that was nice. Yeah. You know, actually, one thing I'm interested in, if any of you have been playing, like, the Skate 4 leaked pre-alpha and such, and you're probably playing on, like, Xbox One controllers, or PS4, or PS5, whatever, and those thumbsticks are much more, you know, fluid. Like, if you go back to Xbox 360, there is a bit of resistance in the thumbsticks, and, like, I have an Xbox Elite controller, and that's actually something you can adjust. You can adjust the thumbsticks to either be like the Xbox One or add back in that bit of resistance. And I'm wondering, how does, like, playing the pre-alpha feel on an Xbox One, or hell, playing the games backwards compatible on Xbox One controller feel? Because, you know, I feel like that resistance... I was kind of hoping I'd make that. I feel like that resistance kind of helps a little bit towards not having, like, every attempted flip trick turn into a pop shove it. Maybe it's something where it just takes practice, you know, like how it does on the 360, but I wonder about, again, having less resistance on the thumbsticks, and so it being more easy to accidentally just spin it too much and not get what you were wanting. Oh, okay. Let me actually... Alright, so again, let me see parts of the suburbs that... God. Let me see parts of the suburbs that, you know, again, didn't show up as, like, DLC in 2 or 3. Because again, it's like, is there any areas that I want to ride down now on recording? Or at least on stream? What is this car doing? You can't... Buddy, you can't turn left there. There's no turn. The Elite felt amazing on Skate 3. Felt more precise. Okay. Like, you're saying, like, with the looser Xbox One style thumbsticks? I think also, the games just, you know, again, this was the first one. I did feel playing all of them on 360 that in, you know, Skate 2 or 3, they had they had more data on, like, oh, what does the average person do if they're trying to, you know, flick it this way or this way, and was able to, you know, separate out things so that you got it without being as precise. Wasn't there the snake run around here that, like, not Mark Appleyard, oh Christ, the old guy did? I'm suddenly forgetting his name. I'll try those again. Yeah, because he's like Mark Gonzalez. Because he started at kind of like the basketball courts, then went through this thing. Then I think, oh, you went down the road a bit, right? Yeah, okay, you went through here. Yeah, you know, after getting all that news about, like, Skate 4 going free to play or such, kind of haven't heard any other major updates. I mean, it's apparently going to be a long development time, so maybe that was just all the preliminary info, and now there's just not much to say for a while, but I mean, we conveyed our thoughts about all of that in the Skate 3 videos. You know, it would feel really weird to have stuff like tricks be, you know, locked off, and they said that's not like how it's gonna be, but you never know, those types of things. I mean, the Skate series is all about, you know, as soon as you start the game for the first time, you can do anything that, you know, you can ever do, tricks-wise, so that feels like it goes against the design philosophy of the series. Glitchy stream? Is anyone else having glitches and crap? Did I ever show off getting tased in Skate 3? Yes, I did. I don't remember what video it was, but I did show that off. It's kind of wild that something that happens. Yeah, you know, that's actually is something I was thinking about. Like, also with the flick it system, it's, you know, they pretty much did kind of push what you know, could do with all the inputs and such to the limit. I mean, with, like, you know, dark catches and such, now you're having to hold extra buttons while doing it. But you know, just from how this series plays, there are other tricks that I kind of wish I could see, like, animated, or stuff that you could try and do, you know, like 540 flips, or, hell, maybe even an entire separate group of grabs, and so, and, you know, maybe it's something where it's like you decide which grabs you get for, like, you know, left trigger up. You know, you can do like a melon or what, like crooked cop or something like that. Like, you know, it's definitely something where I'd want to see all these cool extra tricks, but, you know, how would they incorporate it? Like, I was sort of thinking, like, oh, impossibles, you know, that's a flip trick, and Skate never did anything with impossibles. They also never did anything with, like, clicking in and holding in the right thumbstick when you do, you know, flick it or something. So maybe, like, clicking in would be an impossible type action. I don't know. There's a lot of room for that, but yeah, I absolutely would not want any of that to be locked out by an actual paywall, you know. We could do, like, dark side grabs. Yeah, that was... Yeah, Tony Hawk had that one dark side grab. I don't know, 'cause that's not really a thing in actual skating, right? You know, like, skate and the tricks you do need to stay within the realm of possibility and done by professionals, you know? I think. I mean, sure, nobody is doing dark slide double grabs, but you could see where someone could try that compared to, you know, doing a flipped over board version of a grab trick. Like, that seems to be kind of just fictional. Wait, where's the school? I wanna at least ride the school a little bit. Oh, there it is. I wanna pull the camera back, but whatever. I almost wonder, what if I stayed low cam the entire, 3 playthroughs, like I just rolled with it. Oh. And if you could get off your board, you could cross this ankle-high wall. From the survey they put for beta testing, they're focused on creativity. Yeah, and I mean, if anything else, again, the flick it system and what they have by Skate 3 is a lot of good tricks, and if they could focus on things that would... I almost hate to say this because this feels like buzzwords, but make it a next-gen game. Like, again, what if you could change the weather or time of day for your replay settings or so, really dial in and focus on that kind of stuff. Like, the physics and the tricks, they really just need to recreate what they had. It's not like something that was, I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s, and, is jank and needs to be the starting point for updating. But, that there, I want to get up here and set a session marker. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not a special tricks thing, but again, like, a 540 flip, or, again, with Impossibles, you see, like, the Impossible, or like if you watch Braille skateboarding, they do what's called like a Merlin twist, which looks kind of cool, stuff along those lines. Okay, now that I'm up here, I want to place this because I want to try to do, like the thing, I think like Chris, like Haslam did in his thing, where you like go up here, flip trick, over this rail, and land in that rail and grind. I want to try and do that, something that requires a little more coordination. Alright. I don't have any ideas for, like, a specific trick or not. I guess I'll do a nollie, because I get a little more, pop with that. And hey, that was cool. I never actually really messed with the replay editor in the first game, so... Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, this is actually more than I thought. Like, Loading. I don't even really want to make, like, a replay. I just... They have, like, speed options. Like, how do you do this? Like, replay menu. No? Is there a way to change the speed aside from very slowly holding the control stick? What's up? I guess, Yak? Rami? Let me know if that's not it, but... God. Okay, well... I guess we'll just stay at this angle. This is like where you can like, oh my god, whatever, I'm done. Oh, and high crit. The way Impossibles work well, in session works well. Yeah, I only played session like once and for a little bit, so I don't quite remember how that works. That was where like both thumbsticks were your feet, right? So I could imagine that, I mean, thinking about how you'd go into an Impossible, it's like you'd be in the air and then you'd, I don't know, swing, do something with your back foot to get the board to swing around it while just getting your front foot out of the way. So, yeah, I could see how, like, if you had something like that where there's more control, you could do it like that. But again, I'm fine with that. They're keeping the, you know, flick it system. It's, oh my god. It's, you know, yeah. Jesus, sorry everyone, I'm hitting all the car alarms. Alright. Is that pretty much been the suburbs. Like, there were more like storefronts over here that just weren't wild enough to ever really pick for a combo, but were places that existed. I just didn't really do it. Oh, yeah, and so, like, yeah, another thing, like, in Skate 1, so they do have taunts on the D-pad, but I guess it's these locked taunts. But I guess I can try and incorporate them again. Like, I didn't really do that at all in my recorded videos, because, again, it's like, oof, I was optical illusion there, because, again, it was like, the game never really pointed that out. You know, that's where, like, Rob... Can I jump on a rail? No, I can't. God. Oh. What's up, bunch more people? PYTNK. Yeah. It's just, again, kind of like... things like that. Like, I like to, you know, notice the effort, you know, the devs put in for stuff like that. Jumping out of rails, like, to the side is definitely a little harder here. Let me just do, like, a quick little normal thing here, and then... I pointed it out as, you know, something where it's much more obvious with the low cam. Okay, actually, first, like, I want you to re-notice the scale on everything here in Skate 1. Like, you are tiny, or at least, like, the world is massive. And I mean, like, when you go to, like, the art gallery in the Skate 3 DLC, and you feel like a giant, like, I can't wait to get back down there and see how the scale was, you know, back in this game, because it was definitely something where, like, wow, all the, you know, the places they recreated for Skate 3, it was like, why am I so big? I'm about to bang my head on, you know, the ceiling over the door kind of thing. Nice. Aw, yeah, baby. and I do still like the, you know, becoming more saturated when you get, like, a, you know, full multiplier. I guess it can look kind of weird, being like, oh, this looks super desaturated, you know, but it does show a nice little visual thing. Alright, we're down in the res now, and, like, for example, let me take this again. I'm excited to see this, because, again, like, Skate 3 Art Gallery, you know, you actually got a decent amount of the res, and, oh... And, you know, so I have a much quicker, or closer to now comparison for that than, like, things that were only in Skate 1 and never were there in 2 or 3. Alright, up here was, like, one of the onless spots, right? Yeah, it was definitely a part of the times, but, I mean, I can also see, like, Skate 3, yeah, it's bright, sunny, and whatever, but maybe it was kind of uniformly too bright, sunny, and... Like, I could definitely see when people point out how, like, just the lighting and aesthetic of, like, 1 and 2 give the city more pop, or whatever. Oh, man. Yeah, and see, like, here... Since you're intended to be going, you know, slower than in 3 or so, kind of every little terrace and drop and staircase and such, you know, sort of matters. Like, sure, you can make yourself go fast or die. Go fast or die trying. But, like, oh, I can just jump over a staircase, you know, and do something. Alright, I'm done with that. With whatever is going on here. I know I said I was done, but I want to try and make things work. I want to do something cool that pays off. Hey. Yeah, that was pretty cool. on my way, motherfucker. Yeah, I still like jump late and such. Okay, not the best example of what I was just talking about, but you know, I'll leave that up to you. I guess. Okay. So we're down here at the res. Actually, I want to do one of those like super long high point grind the median things again. You know, bring me back to the old times. There's where like Dennis B was. Let me get. Oh, come on. Whatever. I was gonna try to get like, you know, full multiplier, but nope. Come on. Again, I'm just playing around, you know. Oh, okay, so like this was sort of. It was kind of a little. You know, when I was here, you know, in Skate 1, it was like a little small. I didn't know if I could really do anything without flying out and around, but you know, with more control, kind of works out. I know these aren't like full. Hey, there we go. I know these weren't like full ramps, but it was still kind of cool. And then this was a little bomb. Oh, that was weird. I think I started flipping. Oh, wait, here's the, what was it, like the mini mega? I don't think in Skate 1 they ever really asked you to go off of it, so let's go over and do this. Oh, what's up, Ramona, though? Welcome to the Skate 1 restream. Woo! Alright. Pretty interesting. I mean, it's... Oh, and hi, King Hydros. I'm just, laying through. Nice. I mean, it's mostly the same as in, like, Skate 2 and then the Art Gallery part of 3, but it's just in 1, I never really... That was no flip. That was all trying to do the wall ride. Yeah, just exploring around now that I've played all 3, have more context, you know, getting the feel, seeing if things go better with more experience with Flick It and all that. Maybe trying to do a better trick or two. You know, hit something a little better. Yeah, these were weird. These were always weird. They like stop you. Oh, let me go to the pool over here if I can. Oh wait. Oh my god. And then let me guess. This is also a staircase here. Oh, Jesus. See, without being able to get off your board, it's like impossible to get up to certain things. So it's just like climb the stairs. But do I have to go all the way around now for this? Probably didn't have to go all the way, but whatever. There wasn't a spawn for the Mega Park, was there? Oh well, I can always go back there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it'd be right over here, right? Right. Oh. No, I want to drop into it. That was not dropping into it. Okay. There we... okay. Please. Fine, I'll just do like a triple. Alright, sweet. Yeah, there are, like, a lot of areas that, I mean, sure, the, you know, part of the game is like, oh, free play, find these things, do what you want to do there, but, you know, a lot of places that don't really have, like, a challenge, you know, linked as part of them, or part, you know, something that the developers put in to lead you to them, which can be nice, again, you know, finding all this stuff on your own, but sometimes it's like, whoa, you know, when most of the world is like that, you know, and especially if you're someone who kind of takes the same lines, you know, is there maybe gonna be stuff that you just miss, that you kind of wish you had just been guided to? Alright, let me try and do some, like, mute stale tricks. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's not like I have, like, a favorite trick or something, I'm just kind of playing around. Well, okay, actually, I do like the BS tweak. It looks pretty sick. I wish I BS tweaked more in the early games. I only really got around to it in, like, Skate 3. Yeah, the subway or traveling straight to a mission is, you know, the only kind of fast travel, and then yeah, a lot more missions where just find a place to do this and do this, where again, you know, you probably want to just pick somewhere you know rather than going like, okay, let me intentionally explore the game world a lot more just to, you know, try to find a place for this. It kind of feels like you're wasting time if you do that. Alright. I want to go back into the regs, or at least back into the, you know, Jubba Jubba Jingle Jam Park, because, again, the scale on that was wild in the Art Gallery DLC. So, and also in Skate 1, you like, oof, that was a bad fall. But if you're going fast and you nose manual, you really don't go out of control. Whereas in Skate 2 or 3, it's like, whoop, you're doing that, better go 90 degrees. Alright, but yeah, back in the Jubba Jubba Jingle Jam thing, and like, look, now everything's back to like normal size. I know it's so weird. In 3, if you ride in here in the art gallery again, it almost feels like a toy park. Ah. Oh, that was pretty sick. This is where I got my skateboarding wings! Or at least my first ever sponsor. When I was just a wee little bitch. I was an unknown guy who had just gotten hit by a bus, and that was it. Actually, oh my god. Why am I like sweating? It's so hot. Hold on a second. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if, like, the scale of the original areas being, you know, weird is part of the Rush thing or whatever. Like, the Marafa skate park is scaled fine, you know, and that's part of the same thing. I just almost wonder if, like, something about the player character or your size in the world or whatever changed at the start of Skate 3, like with them developing Port Carverton, and then bringing back places like the DIY skate park and the art gallery. It turned out like, oh yeah, we can port this over, but oh, now the scaling is all weird. I hope next skate game can handle small vert. Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, because, you know, what you're kind of supposed to do is just go up and do a cool little grind or a stall or whatever, but since this engine doesn't really have stalls or whatever, the most you can do is sort of hope you catch into a grind and sort of do something there. Like, you know, I was trying to do something like the, you know, BAM! Special trick in my skate videos where, you know, what is that, like a 270 where you land in like an axle stall and go back in, just something kind of like that, but that was obviously, I had to force like every part of that. Yeah, I'm thinking, because this was like a film mission where you had to do a different flip trick down all the stairs, and yeah, these jumps are a lot bigger here. Oh, let me really try and do some stuff here at the art gallery that, you know, the Skate 3 version called out. Like, I want to see, was that double loop always there, and can you, you know, double loop it? God, I remember very first time picking up Skate 1 and, like, going down here, I could not make that jump for that photo challenge. It was like, I don't get it. Oh, no, I had to be going a little fast. Oh, yeah, I did it there. Please revert. Alright, so it was like it stopped. It was like it started right here. Oh, hey, She-Ra's #1 pussy, how's it going? Oh, yeah, so these were always here, and I guess they look thinner. I will say that. Oh, well, I did one loop. Probably good enough. Yeah, I never really played around with, like, the bottom of the art gallery back in Skate 1, because it was like, I don't know, these are both, like, small opportunities, but also, you know, kind of big compared to your character, and, like, without being able to get off your board, it was more of a chore to go up all these small stair sets. But, you know, I can try and do some stuff now. Oh. Ow. You could definitely get stalls working if you know how to finagle it. Yeah. But it's, again, something where it's like, it might be cool for aesthetic, but, you know, that's kind of it. Oh, actually, alright, so I want to do the own the spot here. You know, it's an own the spot in Skate 3. Well, you know, I want to make this like a direct comparison, because this was like, what, 900 points to own it? And I ended up doing that with, like, the help of finger flips, so let me see if I can even do that. And no, I don't want to get a multiplier for this, because they didn't let you in the, you know, on the spot. Oh. What console? Oh, and hi, Kuya Gaming. I don't know if I said it. I'm playing this on the original Xbox 360. Original Xbox 360. Yeah, I'm playing this on 360, so no, like, backwards compatibility. And again, I'm just doing this for a bit of fun, right here. I don't know if we're gonna get to 900 points, so. Alright, I just wanted to try that, you know, as a direct, you know, comparison. And here's where Marafa Skate Park would be. I really like the Marafa Skate Park. You know, it's kind of odd that, like, there are barely any quarter pipes, you know, most of the vert is for transfers and such, but again, you know, that also lends its own feel. Actually. Okay, so we've kind of played around in the original res now. But, like, I forget what was down this, because this was where you, in Skate 3 you had to, like, get through the grate, and then down here, so I want to see what's down here. Hey, it kind of slowed down for a bit. I think that... Oh. Why did the car slow down when I finally got behind it? Why? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this was where you'd go to Old Town on the side. And, like... Hey, look, those are the stairs where the wall off to the left had the texture facing the street, but not facing the other way, and you can't even get up there in Skate 1, can you? I don't think you can get up there normally. Because I didn't see a ramp. That's just the wall. Unless I'm missing something. Ramona, though, asks about the soundtrack, and yeah, I didn't pay that much attention. I guess the soundtrack to 2 was really cool because it had, like, a ton of songs. You know, and yeah, it's like, people talk about, like, 3 had weird music or so. I can kinda understand that. It was definitely weird how, like, there was both the big license soundtrack list, but then also the, you know, I don't want to say royalty-free, but the, kind of generic, songs that they'd use in, like, Own the Lots, or when you're just riding around, and so you ended up hearing quite a bit of that if you did all the Own the Lots, especially, like, back-to-back like I did here. I'm not answering your question. So I guess 2, I'd say, is the best, and then, like, I don't know, I don't really feel like I have a preference of 1 over 3 or whatever. 1 did have that kind of interesting thing where, like, some songs would have certain remixes, so it would go from, like, the original into the remix. You know, like, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, you know, kind of thing. But I mean, it's not like, oh, I gotta add this to my playlist. It was kind of funny, though, you know, 3 had, like, Goodbye Horses, and, you know, stuff like that. Goodbye Horses. Alright, we're in Old Town now, which, I guess let's start from the top. Again, I've turned off security. I do still have pedestrians and such, because I didn't want it to be, like, a dead world, but... So, you know, now that we're here with some no skate zones, there's no one to stop me, except all the random pedestrians. Would I try out Skate It? Probably not. It's again something where, like, I don't feel like I need to be a completionist, and I don't want to have to, you know, try to mess with motion controls for a subpar compared to the rest of the game's product, it sounds like. You know. Like, I'm not here, I haven't set out to play every Skate game. I set out to play the main console ones. You know, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I mean, the Tony Hawk soundtracks, they knew what they were doing. You know, you know, Skate 1, 2, and 3 always just kind of had songs, you know, like, but it didn't feel like, oh, they're really trying to do these different genres. Oh, they're really trying to go for this feel. Whereas, you know, again, like, I mean, at a certain point, what was it, like, Underground, you could just, you know, pick a certain genre playlist of a Tony Hawk game and still have, like, 30 songs. Alright, you know what, so I'm at, like, the top of Old Town. Let me set a session marker, because I know I want to go back to, like, the ditch where there was that death race and try and skate it, you know. Oh, man. Yeah, seeing Old Town without being, like, way more festive and colorful, like it was in Skate 2, is definitely something. And also here, where really, like, every little curb and bench and set of stairs, that was weird, is set up for, you know, kind of a more realistic feeling trick. You know, you say motion controls are easy for Dolphin, but, like, when I got to SSX Blur, you know, playing in, you know, last year, 2021, and I tried to set that up, like, motion controls on Dolphin, and that just did not really seem to work. Now, it was a pain in the ass even on native hardware to get, like, the Uber tricks working and such, but still, there was definitely a thing of like, oh, this just is not registering. So I was not getting much luck with it. That was pretty sweet. Have I chosen the next game? It's down to like 2 or 3 in my mind, but not yet. Oh, yeah, and I thought Skate It had to be done with the balance board, because that's where all, like, the advertising and such was, but apparently you can just do it with a Wiimote. But still, I mean, that's one of those things where it's, again, just like, I don't feel like this is something I need to experience, you know? Oh my god, please. I kind of like doing that kind of thing, like spinning a 180 or a little bit more than a 180 and then catching it in like a crooked grind or whatever the diagonal for the salad, you know, catching it in one of those. Oh. Mountain boards. Yeah, I mean, and like Riders Republic is pretty good again. You know, I did enjoy, you know, my time with that. It just, again, got to the kind of thing of, oh, the end game is just working on your challenges and such. And, you know, once I ran out of developer-generated content, I kind of ran out of things I wanted to do with the game. But it was still a good game. And, yeah, it's totally the type of game where it can add some cool extra you know, extreme sports types like mountain boards or such. Further down the line. Freeboard web games, yeah. Does anyone else remember there was like a Flash game where it was literally SSX Tricky, but only like the Garibaldi level, and I think you could only play as like Elise. But you know, it was like some emulation or something, but I guess they put that up on a website, and so it was like, at home, I'd play SSX Tricky, and then at school, when they'd let me get on the computer or whatever, I'd go to that site, and I'd play SSX Tricky, and the shitty little, you know, mass-produced Dell PCs that are used in schools, because, well, you don't need the game, you know, could barely run it, but it was still, like, blew my mind, you know, back then. Yeah. If anyone else remembers that. Oh, I was trying like a blunt or something. Yeah, I mean, then again, also in the time between my, you know, struggles for trying to set up Dolphin with motion controls and whatever for Blur, and then playing like Riders Republic, I got a beefier PC, so, you know, hey, who knows? Maybe I could have, you know, like Dolphin run fine with motion control, Wii emulation and such, but I mean, also, from, for SSX Blur emulation, that is where I asked for and got, on the SSX Discord, where I am an admin of, I got someone to, like, pretty much program in, like macros to have the Uber tricks go off even if you weren't doing motion controls. So they could, like, you know, just play with a controller, but then set any of the motion Uber tricks to, like, certain just buttons you'd hit. It was sort of a novelty thing, and nobody wants to play Blur ever, so it's not like it really took off, but shout out to Sam on keyboard for doing that, you know? When I thought, oh man, it would be awesome if this was the case, because the worst part of that game is trying to activate the motion control Ubers. Oh, I was over here. Right, let me... This was like an own the spot where... Oh, okay. I was trying to do something cool, it didn't get done. Oh yeah, and Riders Republic was what finally made me install, you know, Ubisoft Connect, and now I'm in their system. Okay, I was not trying to wall ride, but that did actually also look pretty cool. I might try to go for that. Oh yeah, but yeah, Ubisoft Connect with like Riders Republic, like sometimes just did not open the game when I would, well, double click and try to open the game. Like sometimes it took a few tries and it was sort of like, what is going on? I did always get the game opening, but still, it's like, you know, on Steam when you click open game, you never have to wait for the open to fail and then go back and try again. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Oh yeah, Driver San Francisco. Didn't that come out in like the mid 2000s or like the early 2010s? Like, kind of a large timeline of being a beta guy. Hey, Enigma, Kate. Let's just say I'm a lot better at these games when I'm doing the challenges or such. When I'm literally just replaying around. Yeah. But, hey, we're all here for a fun time. Oh, if the beta was something like anyone could get into. Yeah, because obviously I was in the Halo 3 beta, but that's because it was, you know, by Crackdown and you get access to the Halo 3 beta, and I really wanted to play Halo 3. I thought, yeah, because, you know, beta programs have gone to being more like you have to sign up and get yourself in. I see now. I was misunderstanding. Okay, alright, let's see. I want to go back to, like, the DIY park. Oh, I totally forgot. I totally forgot to go back to the, ditch and sort of ride down that. But, you know, get controller, please. Alright, yeah, my controller was just not registering there for a second. See if I can do something cool here. No. Woo! Yeah, again, I like doing like the, was it the Willy, over Willy, like Smith and Feeble, where you dip the other side of the board down, you know, give it some real style. And again, you know, going with the, you know, high cam, it kind of removes some of the emphasis on grinding, and I didn't, you know, kind of stopped really caring about that. But here on like the low cams or the original where this is the only cam, you know, it's more front and center, so it's like, okay, let me try and do it. Yeah, like take the dip, you know, dip it in and back up. And I don't know if that's something like pros really do, like, you know, come in with like a crooked or something and then deliberately dip and come back up. You know, it kind of feels like, oh, I'm going for a Smith. I will just hit that and stay in it. I mean, skateboarding's hard. You know, it's you've got to be good enough just to get in the grind you want from the start. But, you know, that'd be something cool to see. Oh, y'all are talking about Steep. It's weird, I've never played Steep. I mean, I like Riders Republic, but I just wasn't there for Steep, and yeah. So, what are you guys saying? Yeah, stuff like wingsuits and parachutes and such. I mean, like, in Riders Republic, it is kind of fun when you're just free riding to go like, oh, I'll just do the what's it called, where it's, you sit down with like a motor attached to your back and a parachute and you just kind of use that. And, you know, you go slower, you get to enjoy the world. But again, Riders Republic's a lot bigger. If, you know, if there's not as much there to enjoy like that in Steep, I could see where it would kind of just be like, why are these in here? But again, like, I do, you know, like using some of the slower options to enjoy the scenery sometimes. I mean, Rise Republic was, what, 256 square kilometers, so there's definitely, like, if you're bored, yeah, you could just kick back on one of those, go into first-person mode, and, you know, see a bunch of things going on. I admit, I don't want my TV to be picked up by the mic, so I actually have the sound too low for me to hear, but I'm glad some cool song is going on. Oh yeah, and definitely if they're gonna draw out a bunch of the stuff, like the rocket suit campaign in Riders Republic, yeah, seems to be was very prone to having like 5-minute races where, you know, if you made a single mistake, it was just like you were fucked. And so you just had to do this thing knowing you'd already lost with like no chance to come back, and that wasn't nearly as fun as, yeah, the downhill, you know, skiing, snowboarding, biking stuff. Again, I'm talking about how for free play it was a nice shake-up. I will say though that some of the rocket wingsuit stuff and regular wingsuit as campaigns, like missions, challenges, was nice. It was, again, that, you know, just like, oh, in the BMX races, those never seemed to be, you know, 5 minutes long, and if you screwed up once, you were just fucked, which was, again, the problem there. I can remember some, like, rocket wingsuit races that were, like, barely more than a minute long and were pretty pedal to the, or rocket pedal to the metal, you know. Alright, what else? Okay, I'm going to... wait. I'm going to travel back up to... I want to do the spillway thing, and then we can go back into Plan B skate park and, you know, do some cool stuff there. Yeah, so I mean, and Riders Republic is even maybe one of the games I'll do next, since I have already bought it and bought, you know, the DLC for it or whatever. I don't know, I think I'd have to, like, delete my account or make a new account or whatever to start over from the start, but I mean, it's a game I own and have experience with, and, you know, that obviously makes me a lot more comfortable than diving into something I haven't really, you know, done yet. And again, it's like for the 25 to 30 hours of the, you know, developer-designed missions and campaigns for, you know, BMX racing, tricking, or, well, they added BMX, but it's really mountain biking, racing, tricking, snowboarding, skiing, you know, da-da-da. That did keep my attention. Okay, it was like over here, right? That started the spillway. Yeah, it was like right here. Let me just place a session marker. Love to see a full playthrough, because most people have uploaded full playthroughs are the screaming kinds of Let's Players. Yeah, Riders Republic seems like one of those games where a lot of people did like one video on it, but I guess I haven't really looked to see what the playthrough competition is, you know? And it's not like Riders Republic really has a story, it's just, you know, it's kind of the standard thing of, hey, rookie, you know, welcome to the Republic, now tear up all of these different sports so that you can compete in the, you know, finale events, and then once you've done all that, there's one finale event that, you know, incorporates a bunch of those. The Republic Open or something, you know. It's not like there's a story, but there is, you know, a mission path for all the different sports and racing and tricking versions that have different events and will, you know, give you more unlocks and such. Yeah, Descenders with some opening cutscenes. Speaking of, I heard Descenders got like an update or so, and I've seen that it's available on like Android and iOS. Has anyone tried, you know, playing portable on your phones or such? Oh, I was never gonna land that, but that looked really cool. Yeah, I mean, last time I played Descenders was when they added, you know, like the... Oh god, what was it? It was kind of, you know, like 10 tiers of achievements to go do, and it was like, no, I had full achievements list. I would need to get all those again. I'm trying to grind this rail. You know, so if it's like... I mean, obviously I appreciate the game, but if it's not like, oh no, my, you know, achievements are in jeopardy, then... Oh, you can't grind that. Yeah, Crit, you definitely, you know, fall out of love a bit, but I find that with Descenders, I do keep coming back every so often. Especially because I have friends, you know, like Matt, who also enjoy it, so if there is a reason to want to play some more as a group, I'm totally down for. You know, it's not one of those where I never touch it again. But I mean, to each his own. Alright. Boom, baby! Look at that. It's a nice little backflip. I feel like... You know, I never really got, quote-unquote, got backflips in Skate 1 and 2, and it was only in, you know, Skate 3 where I was like, oh, okay, that's exactly how you initialize them. So, you know, coming back, it's like, oh, wow, there's actually quite a big buffer in, like, Skate 1 compared to, like, 3 for starting a body flip. I want to try this really quickly. Like, this challenge sucked when I had to do it. But, like, oh, and this is still gonna be a problem. But I want to see if, like, okay, maybe my skills are better. I can do, like, the double box manual, you know. Of course, it keeps magnetizing me to the side here. Wow. I'll only give this a few tries. I mean, it's not like I'm, again, doing the actual mission. Really? What kind of angle do I have to go at to... Okay. No. No. Alright, well, let's go into the Plan B warehouse. Let's see how it was in here once again. Yeah. Like the sweet half pipe. It almost kind of feels like doing the crouching thing for speed isn't as effective as it is in like Skate 2 and 3. I mean, it definitely works, but I don't know, maybe my timing's just off or something. Definitely leaned more into doing, you know, crouching with the triggers for pumping in 2 and 3. Jeez, what was that? Fucking rocket air. Plan B warehouse is almost like Tony Hawk 1 Chicago? Yeah. Kinda got that color palette and look. Nice. Oh, there I got a bunch of air for some reason. Alright, and then... Oh, laser flip. Nice. Oh yeah, and the half pipe with the raised banners. Yeah. Okay, yeah. God. I keep like... See, it's almost weird, like... You know, another thing where it was like, oh, it's Skate 3 and I'm finally thinking of this, is doing a lot more fakey stuff. Then I come back to Skate 1 and I'm like, forgetting to even really try and do, you know, fakey. I guess that's because it's, you know, harder to, you know, quickly just get yourself turned around. Like, again, hippie jumps and, you know, spinning 180 in the air was, you know, a great advancement there. But it's still like, oh, I should, you know, try it since it was a system back then and see how it works. You know? You kind of, you know what I'm talking about? It also feels like when I'm spinning, again, like, the game isn't really trying to have you land, you know, really well in like a flat 180 or 360, so it's like you just kind of keep going when you're spinning and usually end up in a... Yeah, it's definitely like, oh, I can't just hippie jump and whatever, that, you know, makes that. But I mean, it does still get you a lot more points. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Hippie jumps, it's kind of like, if you take them at face value, it's like, okay, you can go over something while your board goes under it. That's kind of cool, I guess. But then you realize, hey, wait, this is just literally the best way to get my guy, you know, reoriented without losing, like, any speed. And not having to, like, jump into a 180. And it's like, the usefulness. You know. It's kind of like how, you know, doing a 1-foot grab. It's like, cool, well, that's cool, you know. But then also that... They just, you can hold them and land in a foot plant, and that's, you know, often gets you from like a, you know, something that'd give you a 2x multiplier to a 3x, and it's like, wow, this is super useful. That's amazing. That's one of those things where it's like, it's so amazing that, you know, Black Box just thought of that and put it in the game, you know, at the same time they added all the other one-footer things in there. That totally feels like something where it's like, it would, you know, usually take another game to think, how the fuck did I forget that? Yeah, it'd take another game to think of adding that in. Alright, well, I guess it's time to go downtown. It'll be nice seeing downtown, because it did change somewhat from Skate 1 to 2, and then, you know, Skate 3 didn't have any downtown as DLC, so a bunch of this might be, you know, like, first time seeing it in a while. Oh, right, it's B in the first game, not A and X. Skate 3 funny moments. Yeah, I mean, you could call it cheap, cheese, but it was also just like, again, so good. Like, so many times, I feel like, oh, if I didn't have this, I'd only get, like, I'd get a smaller multiplier, and especially in some of the things where you have to get, like, a 3 times multiplier off, like, your first trick to be able to get the point amounts. You know, holding, like, a 1-footer and doing a foot plant is, you know, great. It's just... Again, like, I can do this because this is a thing that people can do with this in real life, and it makes sense. I don't know if, like, in the last few Skate 3 videos I really well explained the kind of, like, oh, you know, here at the end I'm, you know, now fully reflecting back and appreciating just how much a lot of this makes sense, you know. You can do it because you can do it in real life. Yeah. The real, you know, change between 1 and 2 was absolutely rounding out your trick bag with so many extra things. Quality of life, you know. Alright, actually, I'm gonna ride around the lake. Because again, I have security turned off, so I don't need to worry about, like, oh, you know, so-and-so here. Yeah, I haven't been playing great so far in this stream. I don't know if that one guy who called me out is watching, but yeah, I agree with you. So I want to try and do more, you know, like Smith and Feeble and the stuff where you know, do some smooth-ass shit. This is, I'm the equivalent of, like, when you have, like, when you're, you know, you have a day off and you're lying in your bed and you have, like, 15 ideas for what to do floating through your head. And I don't know, you feel like you need to try and think any of them through more, so you end up just laying in bed still and not, you know, actually going and doing any of those. That's me playing right now. Yeah, that's how this is turning out. Alright, there we go, we got the dip. Instead of drip or drown, this is dip or drown. Alright, see ya, King Hydros, thanks for swinging by. Oh, see, like, okay, actually, I know an area that really came to mind. That guy was taking a concrete nap. Really came to mind when I was talking about, like, oh, I thought that was a ramp. Really came to mind, so I'm going to go, skate, like, the whole observatory path, or whatever it's called. Not the observatory path, that's, oh, there's Mark Gonzalez. Sorry. But, actually, would it be better if I... No, there's not a good fast travel. But, you know, when you're coming down from the res, down to downtown, you could take this whole kind of back and forth path that, again, is never really called out, and I couldn't even really incorporate it into, you know, my videos because, well, I already had like 3 or 4 other places I wanted to show off, but so I'm gonna have to ride this whole thing up and then ride it back down. But yeah, like, this is a really cool kind of path. Does anyone have a better name for this? Just the path that I didn't show off, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, what's up, Ethan? Chase, hi. Never seen this? Yeah, because it's, again, sort of in a transitory area from, you know, at the bottom of the res. Where normally you just take the main streets, but here it is kind of a... Oh my god. Is this a liminal space? It might be a liminal space. I'm about to go into the back rooms. No, but, yeah, it's just kind of here. You can see on your mini-map, it's shown as this, you know, kind of brighter blue. But yeah, it's like you have to take a hard turn off of, you know, the street here that goes from the res to downtown. So, now let's skate this. It's just got nice benches and such, you know, not like any huge ramps, but I guess you can kind of try and hit some grinds. Oh, okay. I'm not hitting this very well, but And then, yeah, it's got a little bit of a split off as well. It's kind of interesting. You know, does some more of... Well, actually does another one of these, like, you know, that's at the lake side. Pretty much the exact same piece, you know, set piece. Oh my god, that... Yeah, the Skate 2, that whole water park that took like the entire bottom of the map. That was huge. I don't know why it had to be so big, but... Okay. Well, you get the gist. Or wait, I can kind of continue it on. Yeah, no, all this is skateable. Oh, so here's another one of these pieces. So yeah, if you ever really wished, like, hey, I wish I could ride this one piece without, you know, the security at the lakeside getting in my way. There's two of these, you know, here at this kind of downtown back and forth. Like, oh. Oh yeah, now I'm doing the emotes. Huh. Yeah, down is the thumbs down. Nice. Okay. So now we're downtown. We're going down on these streets. Please. And so yeah, let's explore downtown again. Let's maybe start... Yeah, okay. Let me actually skate the whole kind of weird area near the Adidas shop that you, like, grabbed through the rocks. You know what I'm talking about? Because, again, I also never really got to, like, session that on camera. Woo! Those were some nice kind of stairs. Back to back to back.
Oh, damn it.
Oh yeah, only got added to backwards compatible recently. Like, I mean, end of last year. Right? Ow. Okay. Yeah, so like where that dome is and behind those walls, like I'll get over there. You'll know what I'm talking about. I can't describe it. It's got kind of like the wavy ground at part of it. See, I'm like, I never get any air because I'm just so slow with my flicks until I think like, okay, now I need to be high, and I do. Yeah, I'm a guy who always does those like 180s. Oh, I actually didn't think I'd complete that, but all right, I'm in. So yeah, let's see what's in here. Because again, aside from like the 1 or 2 missions where you get spawned to do just a quick trick and that's the end of the mission or something, I never really played around in here. Okay, kind of nice little open area with some bridges and small benches. Oh, that's a nice rail. That's a nice rail, because it's like, yeah, flat and then down and then flat again, like a really long kink. The main entrance is over here by the bus station, by the subway. So yeah, then where is the area with the weird ground? It was like over here, right? Yeah, so here's the rocks you jump through for that one Thrasher challenge. And then, Yeah, through here. It's kind of like, again, a really flattened out, like, snake run, kind of, but... I mean, all this is brick, so you can ride on it. Oh, shit! Elric MC. It's been quite a while since I saw a comment or such. How's it going? Welcome back to Skate 1. Or PS3, Xbox 360. Yeah, kind of some nice flow. Doesn't really have... I guess you could kind of start a line... Oh, sorry, bud. Huge apartment area, Ripid Towers in the other apartment place. Yeah, because that area, especially with the different, like, Ripon Ribbon statues, also played around with kind of having, like, wavy but skatable kind of area. And then, let me try and get out here on this side. Nice. Oh my god, I almost grinded that just off my face. But yeah, so just kind of a nice little area, but again, like, pretty much everything is really spread out. So, you know, if you want to do like a whole line, it's kind of hard. It sort of feels like there's a lot in your way. Alright, before we go down into the main part of downtown, let's explore the north side of downtown again, because like Skate 2, you know, had the parkade and outside the stadium as a DLC area, but, you know, kind of this is where, like, downtown really changed from, you know, 1 to 2. So let's you know, look around here. My favorite store, the Adidas store, where you can go and just get like 80 Adidas shirts. It's weird. But yeah, like, I can't really exactly pinpoint, like, you know, in Skate 2 where downtown, like, over on this side it would be the end of that mountain pass. I can't really pinpoint, like, oh, that's where, you know, that changes. So this is gonna be a lot of, again, not new, but haven't seen it in a long while. Oh, that was kind of nice. It was sort of like I rode on the edge there. You know, like I dropped down to a much smaller ledge. Were there even any challenges in the parkade? No. I had to, again, kind of go out of my way to show off the parkade. Oh, okay, that was evidently not the wall. Yeah, so like, there was quite a bit to, you know, downtown. And we're here at kind of this main building. I know there was a challenge for this, but yeah, so there's like this strip where normally it's no skate zone and you have to like ride through it really fast and then do like a long grab at the end. Will I still be streaming in a half hour, an hour? I don't know, actually. I was kind of planning this to be like a shorter stream. So, maybe, but I don't know. Yeah. Alright, so over here is the whole Matrix Plaza thing, and since you can't, you know, just walk up the stairs, you have to go around to, like, the very back here. Yeah, I felt, I didn't say this, but in Skate 3, the downtown area was really confusing, kind of, because like, it had all of these overhangs and overpasses and such, and so it was like, and there was, you know, a definite line where, you know, it was just a wall. If you were on the lower part of downtown, you know, you'd hit a place where you had to go on, like, one of the two streets to get up to the upper area, and so it was like, how do I get to there if you see, like, an elevated, you know, hanging walkway or so? And it was always like, oh, you have to start at the top and then just find the walkway. It was a lot less intuitive to get around than, you know, University or Industrial. Like, and especially, like, the, you know, stuff up at the top, like Plaza Solitude and all that, like, yeah, I mean, the Kubi Towers or whatever, you know, had a bunch of stuff to do, but, yeah, then, like, there was a bunch of stuff up there that I just, like, never really touched. But yeah, again, peace, remote, though. Yeah, so it was kind of one of those things where, like, the other districts had these, you know, obviously long paths you were supposed to take. Like, I mean, the top of the quarry was pretty much just that one path if you didn't, you know, go over to the Death Ray spillway, but there was just, like, so much quarry path before you got to the main back and forth, you know, or, like, the University District, you know, if you spawned up at the top and you had to take either the ditch or the road, you know, and ride that for a while. But, yeah, like, downtown, yeah, it just didn't feel as connected. But at least, again, like, most of it was used by something, you know, so, like, those plazas in the center of downtown were used for, like, you know, like, street competitions. Oh, that was nice. You see me hit that 270? Chris Haslam's Follow Me. Yeah, that, what? Why couldn't I do that back in Skate 1? That I really struggled to get points in this little bowl. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that northwestern corner where there were also, like, that water sculpture that you did some tricks on for a challenge, but yeah, that felt kind of underutilized. But I mean, like, at least, like, Allmart was a fun area. I mean, Ham Closet, that was my nickname in high school. It wasn't, actually. Yeah, no, yeah. We're talking about the same thing. I didn't realize... See, this is the kind of thing where if you watch my videos, like, there's some things I just don't pay attention to while playing or while commenting, and, like, Bob has to point them out. Like, I didn't realize there was a Rickroll reference in Skate 3 until he saw it while we were commenting the videos and was like, is that a Rickroll reference? Like, I would... If he didn't say that, I would not have noticed. Alright, so we've got this... Well, let's go up to the very top. Or at least, let's go up to Robin Biggs' section. 360 pop, shove it, cab, FS, backwards, whatever. Oh, you're catching up on Skate 3? Alright, sweet. Miracle Whip Deli. Yeah, I mean... So weird, again. Miracle Whip and Dr. Pepper are the two big sponsors. Oh, I almost made that. You know, let me see if I can more easily 360 flip to Crooked Grind, or whatever it was. Nope, that would have been a total fail. Oh yeah, and Monster. But I mean, Monster was in Skate 2 as well. It was really like, Skate 3, hi, Miracle Whip conquered the supermarkets off camera, and now, you know, Miracle Whip is on everything. All hail your new god. I still can't believe those monster motherfuckers weren't gonna build the skate park unless I ponied up. Like, what was it, like $300,000 myself? Like, come on. Like, you're not a hero. Yeah, okay. Alright, what else downtown? Oh, wait, did I set a session up there? Because now I want to try and do something cool. Oh yeah, did you make the comment about zoomies? Like, I obviously see their name, but I wasn't there. Woo, that was pretty sick. I wasn't, you know, there back in the day to know, like, ah, yes, zoomies. Oh. Maybe, let's try and... Okay. I just didn't jump. I gotta swing away from my desk. Oh, I was about to say, where was the guy who said I don't have any lines? Alright, let me do a flip on and then manual down. Oh, and I almost did kind of like the body varial thing. I've seen people, like, create a body varial by, you know, pop shoving one way and spinning around the other way, but I could never get, like, the timing for it. Okay, so what else downtown? I mean, there's still a hell of a lot downtown. It's a huge area. Oh. I feel like they've just got this kind of little stone 3-set that... Oh. Oh. Okay. You see what I was trying to do. This is the area with the Thrasher intro. Thrasher intro. I mean, there were some Thrasher missions, but the Thrasher intro in this game was, like, over in Old Town. Actually, where am I? Because if I'm on, like, one side of downtown... Yeah, okay, so I'm over on the right side. I want to get over to the left side, east, west, whatever, as well. Yeah, because that's where the whole, like, library was, and... It's weird that I never really sessioned the library or whatever. Actually, I don't know if I ever really noticed this. It's like a half-pipe, like, dinosaur ribs, you know? Like, just dinosaur bones buried in the ground, but this is like a half-pipe buried in, you know, concrete. It'd be sick to hand plant. If hand plants were in this game... Yeah, no. Hand plants weren't added till 2 as well. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's not just like, oh yeah, we added a hand plant. It's like, oh yeah, you have, you know, 8 different hand plants for what hand you grab your board with and what way you tweak. You also have like a bunch of 1-foot hand plants. You can do a no-foot gymnast plant. It's like they just added all of that in. They didn't need, you know, 2 games to round all that out. Oh, what's up there? That's like kind of an elevated thing. Excuse me. Pardon. International Snooze Group. I didn't even notice that. Why is there an extra S there? Yeah, no, but like, you know, with all the stuff they added, I always try to use all the stuff they added. Like you saw in my Skate 2 videos, I was doing hand plants. And Skate 3, I'm always trying to do like underflips and dark slides. You know, and dark, okay, maybe not always, but, yeah, you know, again, like, I want to do what is the new hotness. What? Okay, I'm getting distracted. Let me see what this was. Alright, we'll just do a lip. Hey, yeah, this is kind of cool. The only thing is I see quite a safety hazard for not having a, you know, guardrail at all on that open edge, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. Underflips and kind of that thing that I pointed out where, you know, discovering additional tricks and, you know, it working that way just because why not? Where, again, like the game trick list only says, like, kick flip and heel flip into an underflip, but you can, you know, do any of the 360 advanced tricks and catch those halfway through. Okay, where am I? And then, like, yeah, to get out of a caught, you know, a dart catch, yeah, you can just do, like, kick flip or heel flip again, but you can also do sort of like a Casper flip kind of shove it, which sure takes longer, but is cool. Alright. So I need to go back up, actually. Or I guess we can, you know, see this part, because, again, like, I think this is the part of downtown where, like, none of this made it to Skate 2. So... No, wait. There is the library, right? Yeah. Yeah, so, like, out of dark slides and out of dark catches, I think it is just, like, kick flip, heel flip, or the kind of, you know, rotate to do, like, a shove, and that is it. It's not nearly as many tricks as going into one. But yeah, I mean, you can start a 360 inward heel flip and dart catch it if you want. I wish that guy who said, like, hey, ask me about skateboarding, I know these things, was... No, wait, this wasn't Skate 2. It's just that this was all, like, had overhangs over it. It was like covered. This looks totally different. Yeah, I wish the guy who was like, ask me about skateboarding, I know, was here, because it's like, alright, so you've got the, you know, 4 varial kind of tricks, you know, varial kick flip, heel flip, and then inward heel flip and hard flip. But, like, why is the hard flip more vertical? You know, like, the other 3 are, you know, board rotates 180 and also does a kick flip, heel flip, or whatever, but the hard flip has always been, like, more vertical. I've heard that it was, like, an animation error or something in the original Tony Hawk games, and those were so popular it just kind of stuck with that, but, like, you see, like, people in real life when they do hard flips do it like that as well, so it's like, is there an inward kick flip where you do keep it more horizontal when it flips and that's different, or would that still be a hard flip but just, I don't know, maybe what you do with your feet to initiate it means it goes vertical, you know, kind of stuff like that. Because, like, isn't the inward heel flip, like... Okay, that's pretty vertical as well. Oh, oh shit, what up, 69mega.com, fire emoji, fill life with emotions, find love, how you doing today? Well, if you're gonna be a bot, at least hit the like button. Oh my god. Seriously, look at this. These trees have, like, these diagonal kind of raise-ups, you know, so you can do, like, a manual up and around. Oh, now this would be a Tony Hawk challenge. You know, in one manual, right up and around all the trees. Oh, there's 4. Even the grating is half diagonal. I never noticed these. You know, these 4 trees that have kind of where you can manual up and over them. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Oh, they are back. We could fill our life with love once again. Okay, actually, can I, like, time you out or something, bot? It was funny when that bot did it once, but then they kept doing it, and I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with that. Oh my, ow. San Vanelona Public Library. Yeah, I obviously, you know, was here for, you know, the Skate 1 challenges near it, but I never really did much with this here, and they fleshed out a little more in Skate 2, I think. This is also where Jerry Sue's, challenge was. Oh! I want to try that. I want to try, like, getting on that and jumping over and grinding. I'm not going to try it too much, so, hey, if I don't get it, then whatever, but that looked interesting, and I don't remember that in Skate 2. Some guy you don't know, or maybe you do. Salsa on my balls, boys. We rowdy. What's up? I'm gonna need to actually jump. See, like I said, I still, like, am slow with my... Where am I? Did I guess I really forgot to set another session marker. Whoops. Huh, I thought I really did. See, I wish I could just get off my friggin' board. Yeah, we'll get back there, cause that did look cool. I did want to try that. Adidas over there. Surely that shouldn't be a window texture. Yeah, I mean, it's the renderware, you know, from way back when and all that. Yeah, I need to turn around. Hey, the Lunaist, yeah, I've been going about 2 hours, so, you know, 2 hours, but I'm here downtown, you know, scoping stuff out. I did just see something over at the library that I wanted to try, because I never saw it my first time around. And then, I don't know, I'll probably go back into the X Games and, you know, do some cool tricks there, and then probably end that off. Yeah, I started up at, like, you know, top of the map at the suburbs, and just writing it down. Okay. Oh! I tried to place a session marker, but I couldn't, because this is a no-skate area, but I didn't realize that. So, to have a reliable run-up, I have to go, like, back here. Hey! Whoa, forget about it. I'll try that one more time, but that was pretty cool. Yeah, I never, like, noticed this statue or thought to do anything with it, you know, for playing Skate 1 the first time around. So that's why I'm revisiting these areas with more understanding of what to do. I feel like I lost all my speed there. Oh, on session you can't even really take ramps. Yeah, that's sort of rough. I mean, I guess it is all about street skating, but... Alright, sure. That was the library. Alright, now let's kind of make our way back downtown to, like, the stadium and the parkade. Zoo York? Zoo York was in Skate 3. But I don't know, like, when they were really getting going, so I don't know if they could have been in one of the earlier games, but... Yeah, I had a whole Zoo York themed episode of Skate 3 where I, you know, dressed myself in all Zoo York stuff and ended up making myself look like Timmy Turner. Specifically the live-action Timmy Turner. Oh! Woo! Yeah, that was kind of weird. I commented on that. I mean, sure, Skate 3 is all about, you know, starting your own board company, but then, yeah, it was like, oh, you know, we're just dropping the sponsor idea, but then all the pros would still be like, man, I gotta get you on my shoe sponsor, you know? Danny Way is like, yeah, I gotta get you in some DCs, or stuff like that, so it's like, oh, okay. God, I'm really messing this up. I just like Zoo York because of the name. You know, like that's a good pun. Oh, did you see that? I just did like a really slow spin around. Alright, do we want to check the parkade or maybe just go into the stadium? Actually, let me check the area around. It's like, yes, this stuff was in the Skate 2 DLC, but obviously it's not like the focus. Oh, Zoo York was a sponsor in Dirt 2? Interesting. I guess, you know, kind of car racing like that is sort of, you know, off the mainstream more, but I didn't know they really went into that. Okay, actually, you know, let's have some fun in the parkade, you know. That is why I set my marker right before doing that jump. It's almost like I had foresight or something. Stay. Oh yeah, that's the kind of thing where you live dangerously. Like, did you see any clips of like skateboarders on that new LA 6th Street bridge? Where it's like they get up on kind of the elevated supports and they just, you know, they have to thread it and drop back down onto the safe area because, well, otherwise they drop off the side of the bridge, and it's like, man, that's terrifying. What's up, Anthony Tank HD? How are you? Well, you're asking how I am. I'm doing well. We're having just a fun kind of ride through the original San Van. Kind of getting near the end here. You know, I start at the top and now I'm down at the bottom of downtown. I'm gonna go into the X Games after this, but yeah, we're gonna check out the parkade again. Oh. See, yeah, I always do these like 180 flip grinds. I don't know, it's just my thing. God. Oh, like how little you actually need to manage stuff. Yeah, it's kind of just in name only, or like, you know, oh, it's time to add another person to your team who's just an AI or whatever, and that's its own discussion if, you know, all the AI events were worth it, but yeah, I'm really glad you didn't have to do like business deals or shit. Alright. I'm just gonna go up to the next level. This is not working out. Yeah, and you can, you know, pick any skateboard you want. You can ride a blind board, you know, you can ride an almost board. Yeah, that's just locking you out based on how many board sales you have. Which is, again, why it's really weird that specifically for shoe sponsors, it's all like, man, I gotta talk to Osiris, I'll put you on the team. You know. Yeah, and that's again the whole like very freeform thing is where, you know, surely you've heard like Turo mention it in some of the videos where every activity gets you like board sales. So like own the spots, you know, it's like I felt more incentive to do those because it wasn't some separated thing that maybe got me a reward if I did all of them. It was something that, hey, got me, you know, additional progress along the way. Oh. Whoa. This is weird. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess the own the spots were kind of the way that some parts of the game world were shown to you. Like, you know, I remember in this first game there was like an own the spot up in the suburbs where it takes you on this like rickety, like, you know, a bunch of plastic things laid out across grass to get you to like a cool ramp, and you know, I wouldn't have thought of that if there wasn't an own the spot there. Oh my god. So here's the thing with the park and play. You bang your head, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Not letting anything be super low priority, because even if there were some activities that, you know, you didn't gel with as much, there was always like a finale activity that would get you like a ton of board sales, so you still kind of wanted to go through them all, you know, like it's like, oh, the death races, da-da-da. Oh, the final one is worth like 50,000 board sales? That's huge, you know. If I'm already most of the way there, then I'll do that. But it also wasn't super necessary, so like, for example, I saved all of the own the lots in my series until, you know, one block of videos after I already got 1 million board sales. And it's cool that I was able to do that. It wasn't like, oh, I had to do some, you know, along the way. Oh yeah, the Hall of Meats. Yeah, I gotta say, like, doing launch glitches and getting huge air and kind of cheesing the Hall of Meats definitely helped. Oh. What happened there, my guy? Was it only in the Skate 2 version of this, or in the Skate 1 version could you get into, like, the area that this circle ramp is circling? God, does that make any sense? Like, Skate 2 version had, like, a quarter pipe, had, like, a bowl in there. I don't think that's in this one. No, it didn't look like it. Yeah, the center. You know, basic words that I just forget. Alright. Oh my god, what happened there? Yeah. Park and play. Yeah, let's go over to the Embarcadero area just real quick. I mean, I think that was pretty much unchanged from, you know, the Skate 2 version, but still, I want to, you know, see it again. Old friend. Before I put this game down like a dog. I'm going to shoot it. And then we'll, again, end in the stadium. Oof. Okay, so what was the, you know, oh my god, Embarcadero jump or whatever. It was like, you get up here and, you know, the Gonzalez gap. The Gonz gap. Skate 2 had you do it for a challenge. It was, yeah, here, and then I jumped too early. You have to jump to that. Whoa, this is messing with my depth perception. Yeah, I mean, it was cool that they made it, but again, they didn't really, like, point it out at all. I mean, this wasn't used for anything in Skate 1. And, but again, just kind of cool that they made it. Because that was, you know, sort of the thing I asked. Like, oh, if this is a combination of, like, San Francisco and what, like, Vancouver and such, like, what are some of the real-life areas that got translated? And I don't really know, like, the skating scene in, like, Barcelona or Vancouver, so... She was on the floor before I even got there. Oh, that's not the Embarcadero? Oh, I thought it was, because that's kind of, you know, looks the same as, like, the Embarcadero area when, like, Tony Hawk level definitely created that. Alright. Let's go into the X Games and, you know, kind of round it out here. I guess we'll do the street course first, just like in the, you know, actual game event. Nice. Redeem myself on whatever's up here. I'm totally not redeeming myself. But, yeah, just kind of do some cool stuff. Oh, I guess if I stop here, then we never really go to the Mega Park. The Mega Park in Skate 2 was a pretty good translation and added a bunch more, so it's not like, oh, memories, I gotta see this version again. Nice. Oh man, that would have been sweet if I didn't keep rotating. But yeah, yeah, again, I should be trying to, like, really actually pump more and keep my speed, sort of. You know, see if I can do any of that along this street course. That was like a 360, but okay. Yeah, you can see with low cam, it's still like, you know, depth perception is kind of screwing with me and such. But, you know, I mean, still fun. There we go. Alright, anything I still really need to hit here? What do you mean, what's with all the knobs? Why me? What is going on? What is this existential midlife crisis? Alright. Here's what I really came here for. Let's do some big tricks. Hell yeah, baby. Feel like Skate 1's the best soundtrack, hashtag Sandlot. Yeah, it's got a pretty good soundtrack. Alright. Like, I want to do some tricks I was not able to do before, you know, like all the sweet backflip stuff. Oh! Like, you see, like, with there, I had to do the whole sort of thing of just, like, hitting a grab button and starting the backflip and then stopping doing that and, you know, doing something to get the mute going. And I feel like there, I had a ton of time. Whereas if I tried to, you know, do that kind of cheesy backflip in 2 or, you know, 3 when not on easy mode, that would have crashed me. Alright, let's, like, go back up again. Yeah, I started that backflip really late compared to when you would need to... Oh, see, like there, I took too long. But it's just really cool to... Just really cool to do a backflip with tricks that, you know, normally you can't. Like, you know, like in Skate 2 or something doing it with like an airwalk, but here, like, look at that, a mute backflip. Doesn't that look awesome? Let me do like a stale tailbone backflip or something. I didn't get that. Ah, fuck. Yeah, it's kind of weird that, like, for mutes and stale fishes, you know, you do, like, you have to, like, turn the board sideways fully. Like, I guess I kind of get why they did that. And then it makes more sense when you get, you know, finger flips and, hold on. When you get finger flips and so you can go from, like, a, you know, a sideways grab to doing just a regular backside or front side. But, yeah, just from, like, you know, every other skateboard game, if you do a mute, well, a weddle, you know, you still mostly keep the same kind of sideways stance. Yeah, it is kind of weird. Okay, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to do, like, a stale fish something. Let me do, like, the tuck knee. That looks cool. Oh, whoa! Kind of from the camera there, I started sort of going to the side. Yeah, again, things added in the second game, like you do a, you know, a crail or a seat belt, like, oh, you grab with the wrong hand or whatever, you could just flick the stick and do a seat belt to nose or a crail to tail. You know, like, again, it was like they thought like 3 steps ahead. Yeah, you know, since now that I actually have flips down, let me try kind of some of the more like diagonal stuff. Like, yeah, you can see there, like, you can kind of do like a cork sort of. It doesn't, you know, work super hot, but or just this really drawn out 180. You know, like, obviously byproducts and not intended stuff, but you know that it looks interesting. Oh, like that was just a 360, but you know that was sure as hell like a cork or something. Yeah, but like they don't even call it a backflip. But yeah, I noticed that like every so what was that? They're like, maybe I could play around with these now. Yeah, the only thing is like, when you go up a ramp and come down on a ramp, it's really hard to know when to stop flipping because it's like, it's not, you know, an even 360 degrees of flipping. It's like almost kind of 270 degrees of flipping. So you need to stop, you know, earlier than you think. And again, like, I don't really know if these are, you know, these kind of byproducts of, you know, how the flips work or stuff is intentional, because it certainly doesn't look like, you know, intentional. You know what, here, let me actually, like, not do something to crash. God, I'm gonna go into the half pipe. I don't think I ever really went into the half pipe before, you know? Please. Why am I, like, just barely going to the side? Okay, that was my fault. Oh, okay, camera. I'm noticing in Skate 1, like, if you go up something and then come back down it, the camera takes a while to, like, catch up with you. I think that's something where, like, Skate 2 and 3 just kind of made that better, almost invisibly. You know, having the camera catch up to you and show where you're going. Love if these games got ported to the PC. Yeah. All we really have is just hope that like RPC S3 or whatever can catch up with. You know, it can run Skate 3 fine, but you know, Skate 1 and 2. Okay. Please, game. I want to go into the half pipe. With all this speed. I'm immediately gonna fuck it up, but... I mean, but like, through RPCS3, like, that runs Skate 3 pretty well, but I've heard that, like, Skate 1 and 2 are still, you know, struggle. Jesus. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Enough fucking with it. Yeah, but see, you kind of just keeps... Who is that? Who is that? I'm gonna have strong words to say to you. Yeah, because, like, some of the mods, like, some of the videos of people who have modded, you know, Skate 3 on RPCS3 to do cool stuff, you see that. But yeah, being able to do stuff here. Okay, let's see, what else? What else do I... God damn it. Okay, that is P-Rod. Yeah, that's what you get. Okay, I think we're gonna be wrapping up soon. Let me just see, any... Oh, wait, what's up here? That didn't stop at the top of that. If I can get the air, I'll get up there. You know, now that I'm doing pumping right, it's... Oh, another... Now that I'm doing pumping right, it's kind of like you could see the speed boost happen. Like, you kind of see what I'm talking about? Hopefully it's not, like, too crusty, but you can see the speed boost happen at the, you know, transitional point. Okay, let's see, any other tricks where it's like, I really want to see this or something? You know, now that I know what I'm doing. Yeah, God, I started that backflip super late. Yeah, apparently, like, Xbox emulation is getting better than I thought it was. Like, Ubis, if you remember him, showed me, you know, playing Xbox emulation, and so, like, hey, maybe in the future, like, Jet Set Radio Future, oh, I see what I did there. Might be an option, because I didn't want to have to play that on crusty-ass original Xbox, but hey, if it looks good, then maybe I'll emulate it and do it then. But... Oh, just a rocket air? Alright. One rocket air... You know what? I'll do one better. I'll do like a rocket air backflip. How about that? I'll do a rocket air backflip, and that'll be my final trick. Fucking EXPN. They stole my idea before I had it. I'm still mad. Alright. Here we go. Too far. But I'm gonna make it happen. Alright. Nope, just a double grab. Okay. We're gonna get this, guys. We're gonna get this. Eventually. Alright, fine. I'll need to ollie there. Okay, why am I being stupid now? It's because I'm having too much fun. Alright, I suddenly can't do anything I want to do. Okay, so... Please! Oh, there we go. Oh, but the rocket air didn't count because I didn't do it for long enough. Whatever, now I know what I'm doing. We got this, boys. Please! Damn it. I wanted to say rocket air backflip. And I know I can do it. You just have to hold the rocket air for so long, and maybe too long, because by the time you've held it that long, you're over-rotating. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if... Let me try a front flip. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Not only was it a front flip, it was a 180 front flip. Okay. To a sick 900. Hardware just wrong somehow? Yeah, I mean, didn't they put the wrong RAM in it or whatever? Okay. Well... So yeah, that was a fun little skate through of the original San Vanelona. Yeah, just a quick, nice little stream. Thanks for coming out. I'll keep this public so anyone can see it afterwards if they want. Yeah, glad y'all could be here. And thanks for watching.